shaking fingers on the trigger tonight. It's me who's the enemy. It's me who holds the gun. It's me, zero gravity. I can't be the only one. Lately, I get this sinking feeling that nothing can give me meaning. Wish I had someone else. Save me, somebody come and help me. I need a fucking army to save me from myself. There's something boiling my blood. I don't believe that I'll get out alive, and I know that this isn't good. How'd I end up losing the fight of my life? It's me who's the enemy. It's me who holds the gun. It's me, zero gravity. I can't be the only one. Lately, I get this sinking feeling that nothing can give me meaning. Wish I had someone else. Save me, somebody come and help me. I need a fucking army to save me from myself. You're telling me that it's gonna get better. You know they say late is better than never. It cuts me deep into the bone. I've never felt so damn alone. I swore you cared, but it's hard to remember. I'm really trying, but it hurts more than ever. It cuts me deep into the bone. I've never felt so damn alone. Lately, I get this sinking feeling that nothing can give me meaning. Wish I had someone else. Save me, somebody come and help me. I need a fucking army to save me from myself.
Girl, you're super fly. Let me try you on for size. Yeah. The devil lives real and he knows my name. He can be lost and he made me cry. The taste of whiskey and the way I'm slowly marching to the. Hit me with another line of ivory, snowstorm indoors and I can't see. You got a self-destruction and it looks like fun. Goddamn lean, I should be leaving. Truth is much more, I won't be breathing. My fucking demons like the taste, let's pour another one. Voices loud and they're screaming. It's a nightmare but I'm not dreaming. I wanna fall asleep and never wake. So keep the vices coming, babe. So watch me.
Welcome to the Twistland podcast.
new perspective. Arguing about the games and shows that you love. Maybe learn something. This is the last podcast you'll ever need to hear. This is the best use for those headphones in your ears. Twist my arm. Twist my arm. Twist my arm. Twist my arm podcast.
Want to be a part of the show? Email us your thoughts and opinions at twistmyarmpodcast@gmail.com. Like us on Facebook to access our listener portals, and follow at twistmyarmcast on Twitter. Listen for free on SoundCloud, iTunes, and Stitcher. And now, here's the host of the Twist My Arm podcast.
Hello and welcome to the Twist My Arm podcast. My name is Josh. I'm your forever friend and host. I am joined today by my other forever friend and co-host. His name is Evan.
What up? How's it going?
Straight and to the point, huh?
Yeah, just saying what's up.
Straight there, yeah. Welcome to the show, everyone. We are live on YouTube. Hello, Matthew and Nate. Thank you guys for joining us. And other people. I don't know if there's anyone else on. It doesn't say there is, but there might be. Who knows? You can call us in chat 508-93-TWIST whenever you would like. The phones are hooked up. Yeah, mic stands. Matthew, as you can see, we have a whole new setup.
Moving on up.
I did a little bit of a cleanup job today in the studio. I got us a table in here. I got Evan a microphone stand.
Look at that. What a guy. Champion.
The camera's up a little bit differently. I moved some of my other collectibles in here. So yeah, it's nice. I like it. I like this setup a lot more. It's convenient. There's a lot of things also behind the scenes that I did that make this show a lot smoother. So
Definitely looks a lot cooler.
thank you. I'm excited. I pulled this like blanket here. It's a tablecloth now, but it was on the ceiling and you couldn't see it. So
Boba Fett.
this is something you gotta have. You know, you gotta be showing that shit off. So we did a watch party on Friday. It was a lot of fun. We're gonna continue to do these watch parties every once in a while. This has been kind of a weird week. I know normally we do a regular Twist My Arm episode on Fridays and then I upload them by Mondays, but schedules are changing. Particularly my schedule is changing. So we're going to move our live episodes to, it's going to be Wednesdays starting next week, Wednesday evenings. Normal, like edited, uploaded episodes to like iTunes and SoundCloud. Those episodes with the interviews and extra stuff will still be uploaded every Monday, but our live shows are going to change to Wednesdays. So definitely, I don't know. If you watch us, take note. I don't know. But with the watch parties, we're going to do those whenever we can, I think. And just kind of, I'm going to take some time editing that and making sure it's the best possible commentary over the movie it can be. So if you ever want to watch Star Wars, we did watch A New Hope and we did like our own little commentary over it. So
It was great.
yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. But you know, I'd like to edit it and make it, you know, good enough for you guys to actually watch the movie and listen to the commentary. Wow, I don't know how that would work. Headphones? I don't know.
Guess.
I don't know, man.
Didn't really think this thing through.
I didn't. Whatever. It's still fun.
No,
I add like little tidbits of the movie, so it's like a full length episode.
I thought it was
just
good.
You know,
It was just fun because
there's little tidbits and stuff about the movie on, you know, throughout the whole thing. So, and you can always tell where we're at.
especially the TIE Fighter.
Oh, the TIE Fighter
effects.
sound. Yes, Justin definitely our the other co-host that joins us every other week. He definitely had a good night that night. We'll say that.
Oh, dude, it was a good night for everybody that night. It was a lot of fun. It was interesting because
see, there you go. Nate says just sync it up like Pink Floyd's The Wall.
There you go.
And
That's what we did. And then Josh was like, all right, 3, 2, 1. Nope. It automatically just starts.
well, no, but I kept up with it. So
You're
like when you're listening,
1 hour and 43 minutes and 53 seconds.
yeah, like that you can
We're-
seriously you can sync it up. The amount of like times that I would say, hey, we're at this hour second marker, you could actually sync it up. So yeah, that's a good one. I like it. Do that. Do what Nate says and sync it up.
You
Like
have
Pink
to
Floyd.
sync it up after like
Wizard of Oz.
the second or third lion roar. Okay. No, it's seriously what you have to do for Pink Floyd. I forget
Yeah.
what it was because you have to
I
do
don't
it up to,
remember
like, a
either.
certain amount of,
It's like you have to let the movie play for a certain amount of time and then upload it, right?
Well, yeah, you have to go out to the lion roars of MGM.
Oh, okay.
Remember how they used to-
Oh, right. Okay, so
Yeah.
the second. Nate says second. He knows. God,
There you
he
go.
knows what's up.
Nice.
Nate, he's
Appreciate
joining
it.
us in the chat room here. He's been on the show a few times,
Nice.
talking some nerdy stuff. So good to have him in the room.
Sweet.
Oh, see, Matthew actually did it. Matthew says he was maybe a few seconds ahead or behind, but the comments were still relevant. So
Yeah.
that works. That's cool. That's good to know. I'm glad that it actually glad somebody actually did it. That's tight.
Yeah.
um,
That shit was actually pretty cool, man.
yeah, we'll continue that though with Empire Strikes Back here in a couple weeks and do another watch party. And I think the way that I want to do it,
I think that Josh should have to wear one of those Chewbacca masks, like the Chewbacca mom, and then they have to do the commentary wearing one of those.
no, because you'd never hear what I was saying because they would just constantly be like, it wouldn't work.
I think you should do it. Dude. That'd be so awesome.
It wouldn't work. But if we plan it right, then
If you play your cards,
the way that I think that I figured it out, where if we do it once a month or once every 3 weeks or something, by the time episode 9 comes out, we'll be finished with the watch parties. So we'll have done Last Jedi like a week or two before episode 9 comes out.
that's when I'm just remote.
No, you've committed. You're gonna be here for all of them now. You've watched the first one. You're gonna be here for all of them.
Gosh.
Yep, it's gonna happen. It's gotta happen.
Just like the least favorite person that you could like ever want to hang out with, and that's like the Last Jedi. It's just like you're like, well, I'm gonna be polite. I get
Do a Rise of Skywalker,
all I'm saying is
review,
it's almost as
and it'll be
bad
fine.
as, you will like my brother Anakin.
That movie was great. Anyway, we're gonna move on.
Okay.
I've been starting to get bitter over here about Last Jedi. Coaster. See, I have a coaster. It's God damn, bro.
Well, you should know that I like my beer.
You
Gosh,
should know where I like my beer.
jerk.
We're gonna move on to Twist News. This comes from all around the web. We do a little bit of local news. We do a little bit of national news. Sometimes there's some like world news in there, but we try to have some fun news to bring to you in a dark world. I guess. I don't know. I'm still working on that tagline.
Okay.
This comes from alternativepress.com, which is normally a music zine,
Yeah.
web zine, but they apparently publish things for movies too. Headline is Marvel film timeline for next decade allegedly leaked by anonymous source. According to a trusted source who established his credibility with spot-on endgame predictions. I don't know. I didn't read any predictions, so I don't know this guy, but Marvel has a plethora of films planned to continue to develop its cinematic universe.
Of course they do.
Well, yeah, duh. We knew that. This guy, his name goes by the Twitter handle @RogerWardell, accurately predicted the returns of some very specific characters as well as some lines that wouldn't have been easy to guess. Now Wardell is predicting the full lineup of upcoming Marvel films over the next decade, as well as a few more key plot points for fans.
This should be pretty sweet, though.
No, this is it's a sick lineup. The alleged slate of films to be released can be seen below, which I'm reading to you. You don't have to, you can go find the article, I guess.
Cool.
But it's going to be Black Widow, Black Panther 2, Doctor Strange 2, Guardians of the Galaxy 3, Thor 4. That's not Thor 4. Ant-Man 3, Captain Marvel 2, and then we got The Eternals, which supposedly has Angelina Jolie cast in it right now as one of the Eternals.
Yeah.
And then you have Shang-Chi, which I don't know anything about. I would have to talk to Chip about that one. I think he knows a little more about him, but Shang-Chi, I believe, is like an Iron Fist kind of character where he's like a martial arts fighter with powers or something. I don't know.
That's cool.
But then you got Nova, which Chip actually predicted last time he was on the show. He really, really wanted that to come. I can't remember if it was prediction or just something he wanted. But then you got Nova, New Avengers, Young Avengers, Dark Avengers. So that's kind of cool, I guess.
Yeah.
Obviously, we knew we were gonna have a New Avengers, but the Young Avengers and Dark Avengers movies is kind of, I don't know, the way that they describe it later on in this article here. Let's see. He says they basically have a shot in the end of Endgame, the very end, when they're spoilers, when they're at the funeral for spoilers again, Tony Stark, and they and they send the his like heart thing, his like core reactor, they put that in the river.
To block the shit out from his heart.
Yeah. It's but Pepper Potts like sends it down the river and it's all magical and stuff. But I guess when they're doing that, you can see Hawkeye's daughter, Ant-Man's daughter, and some other kid, maybe the kid from Iron Man 3. You can see him like standing in the reflection or something, and they're supposed to apparently reflect the Young Avengers.
That'd be tight.
So they're going to be like the new set of Young Avengers, and the New Avengers will probably be like Doctor Strange and Spider-Man, and I don't know who else is in that. Captain Marvel, fucking
And
War Machine.
What's the other guy, the new Captain America?
Oh, Falcon.
Yeah, Falcon.
He's Captain America though. Yeah, he could probably do that.
They're
too,
developing a bunch of new series for that Disney Plus, both Star Wars and Marvel.
And one of them is Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
But they're doing a crap ton of Star Wars, everything.
It's gonna be great.
Oh man, it's $70 a year, bro. I'm gonna definitely be one of those people.
Right. I will say that we're gonna get all the answers to this here in July. I can almost guarantee that Marvel is going to be at San Diego Comic-Con July 18th through the 21st, and they're gonna have a panel, and they're gonna do their big reveal like they did a few years ago.
They're gonna be
to announce all the movies coming
We're
out.
no longer doing movies. So like
Kevin Feige's like, I quit. But he's just gonna quit like Magic Johnson, just
they're like,
up and leave.
Like, we had a good run. We're just done.
We're out of here. We can't do it anymore. But anyway, yeah, hopefully we get to see that. Apparently there's also alternative press says that there are a bunch of theories about Deadpool showing up in the MCU here soon. So maybe we'll get to see that as well. Obviously Spider-Man has to come out first. It's Far From Home. That's going to come out at the end of June.
I want to hope that by some stroke of miracle, Tony Stark makes like a cameo.
I think he'll make
the whole thing with the glasses. Supposed to see like a reflection of.
I think that he would he'll probably have some sort of message that he has to Peter or something.
Yeah, to like some sort of
July 5th, technically July 4th. Sorry, Jesus, comes out July 2nd. Wow, why is this so? No, dude, this is all messed up. It's giving me
false information.
No, it's giving me showtimes for July 1st. But technically the release date in the US is July 2nd. So that's 2 weeks, enough time to go see this movie of phase 3 and big this at San Diego Comic.
And that's where they're saying we will no longer make movies ever.
Nah, that won't happen. It won't happen at all. It's not gonna happen.
They're like, we're gonna have M. Night Shyamalan take over.
Oh my god.
Making every single one of these movies.
There's also, speaking of like Disney and movies, they always film their movies in a couple like locations, and it's always the same locations, one of them being Georgia. Now I don't want to stick too long on this because I don't like to hang around politics and those kind of news very often. But Disney, apparently, according to uprocks.com, they may not film Marvel movies and other productions in Georgia if its abortion laws are enacted.
Yeah, I think they're making the right move. That and Netflix, it just puts real pressure on these states, which is, it's a, I don't know, don't want to get too political with it, but it's just, I don't know. I'm not a female, so I shouldn't feel like I should have, or like any guy should just decide like what they can and can't do.
No, I don't think anyone should decide what anybody does with their own body, like no matter what it is.
But
It doesn't
like rape, incest, like
doesn't matter what it
messed,
is.
messed up stuff, like that's, I don't know. That's where I'm like, no.
So far, Disney has been quiet about its next step, but Netflix has threatened to pull out of the state, and other celebrities, including Amy Schumer, Jason Bateman, and Mark Duplass.
Well,
Duplass.
well, that and then
Duplass?
Jordan Peele and I forget who else was on board with donating their entire salary
Yeah.
for the year to fight those laws. It's crazy, man. It's a crazy world we live in.
Yeah, it's I'm really stoked about that though. At least they're sticking up, for what's right. I mean,
Yeah.
fuck, dude. But
it's crazy that it's coming down to
Georgia.
This. No, just like a bunch of states are doing this. They're just trying.
If anyone
to
from
push
Georgia listens to this show, can you please explain to me why that happened? Did you just not vote? Did you guys not vote, or like, do you really think that's okay?
I have no idea what goes on, but I've met a lot of nice people from Georgia, and they're great. So
Also,
I
like,
honestly don't know.
any
Honestly don't know.
if there's anyone out there in those states that they just need to take a vacation for a little bit and maybe, I don't know, see the doctor for a second. You can hit me up. I will give you room and board. You can hit me up if you need to take care of things. Do it.
What?
Girls know what I'm talking about.
I have no
I'm saying if you need to get out of the state for a minute to take care of some business, hit us up and then we'll help you out.
Yeah.
As in, you can stay at our house and you can stay with us. If you know us, you can stay with us and take care of your business.
Okay. But anyways,
there've been a lot of people from Canada that have been like sending those things over like through Twitter and stuff. Like, anyone in Georgia that needs to, come
take
care of their own problems or whatever, just hit me up and you can come Airbnb at my place and go see our fine doctors.
It's crazy that it's a world that we live in that comes down to crazy things like that. I don't know. I'm not like rooting for it, being like, yeah,
no, not
just
at
like
all.
Go kill babies or anything.
No.
I'm like, damn, dude, I'm like totally against it, but it's like at the same time, there's like instances where I'm like, that really shouldn't be happening, but it has to, like it's just a tricky little thing,
and again, like I don't like to stick in politics too much, but that is something that
thing going.
We shouldn't tell anyone what to do with their
and it's crazy because it's going to go to the Supreme Court.
Yeah,
like, it's going to be Roe versus Wade all over again, but they're going to reverse it, and it's going to be chaos. Like it's
chaos.
No, it's going to be just a crazy thing. Like,
you know what else is going to be chaos? iTunes shutting down.
Yeah, that's a big one because I spent a lot of money on that shit. I try to do the good thing about paying the artists, and yeah.
So this comes from loudwire.com. I know we're just gonna shift news. U-turn.
Yeah.
But loudwire.com, the title of this article is Rest in Peace iTunes. The end of an era is upon us as Apple will be discontinuing iTunes. The official announcement is expected to be made at the upcoming Worldwide Developers Conference in San Jose, California. Though streaming is king in 2019, it was iTunes which killed the CD, which is very true. Yep. I don't know, though. I mean,
yeah,
Napster kind of started the whole thing, right?
Well, it legitimized it where it was just like, okay,
true.
We're putting it behind it. You have to pay us 99 cents for the track.
That's true. You had to pay for it and everything. Yeah.
But it gave away where like it killed the album essentially, where you can just pump like a bunch of bullshit and have two good songs.
Yep.
Can't chumble on with this shit. Anyways, go on.
So the end of iTunes was revealed by Bloomberg in an article previewing the Worldwide Developers Conference. Quote, iTunes has been the way Apple users listen to music, watch movies and TV shows, hear podcasts, and manage their devices for almost 2 decades. This year, Apple is finally ready to move into a new era. the company is launching a trio of new apps for the Mac: music, TV, and podcasts to replace iTunes. So they're basically, instead of having one app to rule them all, they're going to have 3 apps spread through the world. And then so that matches Apple's media app strategy on iPhones and iPads with how iTunes customers can manage their Apple gadgets through the music app. End quote.
Why? They had a good thing going, man. They're like, no, we need to have 3 apps on the App Store taking up, so we have the most downloaded shit.
Yeah, so instead of customers using iTunes for all their entertainment needs, Apple will split music, TV, and podcasts into 3 separate apps to be used on iPhones and iPads.
I'm usually a huge Apple fan, and that just kind of is just stupid.
I kind of agree with that.
Ugh,
I kind of completely agree with that.
this disgusts me because I don't want to have to. I like just being able to have the ecosystem where I just go boom to my next phone, to my next phone, or my next computer, like. And then none of this where it's like, oh, we're gonna split it into 3 apps now. Like what? Nah.
That is a lot of apps to have. I mean, I guess I have
I get it.
already right now. I have a music and podcast and movie app. So
Yeah, but then
nothing's
you have to
gonna
get a whole
change.
nother 3 in there.
yeah, so true. I wonder how that's going to affect like podcasters because we have our podcast on iTunes. So I wonder if that's gonna we're still gonna be able to put our shows on there, or if we're gonna have to pay extra or something. We'll have to
Well, knowing,
keep an eye out on that.
not gonna say it. Knowing how recent trends in business world, we'll probably have to pay for it.
Hmm.
No other
probably
no
true.
company
Probably
involved, can't really say.
Looks like we're gonna have to start a Patreon or something, I guess.
We're gonna have to just
Yeah,
have
right.
to start
with
putting
the 4 listeners that we have, we'll start a Patreon.
Josh is gonna be like, no, we're gonna ask for a GoFundMe, and then we're gonna buy the shirts and then sell the shirts.
yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, maybe more people will watch YouTube Live. That's what Matthew says. That's true. Maybe.
Let's
we'll
do
see.
it. Let's
I would
do it.
hope so. Do you know the band Slipknot?
Yeah.
Do you like the band Slipknot?
I liked the band Slipknot when I was in like high school.
It's like
Have I liked a lot of their newer stuff? Not really, but like they were pretty good, Like back in the day, I was in high school, like what, 2001 to 2005. So, but all right, I feel like this is gonna take a dark turn.
So
let me know where you're going with this.
Corey Taylor, lead singer of Slipknot, and this is this is funny, but it comes from allpress.com. Again, alternative press. Like I said, they usually do music. Headline of this news article is Corey Taylor blew out his left testicle while working on high notes.
What?
So
that's great.
Corey Taylor tweeted out a few days ago, working on my 87 Jokin high notes this morning. Fucked around and blew out the left testicle. Careful on re-entry, kids.
What? Why is this a thing?
Yeah. While it's not entirely sure if Taylor is being 100% serious, it did spark quite a range of reactions from fans.
Dude, that guy's
DJ Phoenix, for instance, says, "Look, dude, you don't have to prove how metal you are. That's been established long ago." Is it really metal to blow a testicle singing high notes, though? New Slipknot song, "Piss in Blood." Holy shit.
Oh man.
Oh, this is amazing. But apparently, just to confirm, Corey Taylor's wife tweeted out a couple of days ago, yesterday, 2 days ago, the day after this happened. His wife tweets out, "Can confirm Corey's balls are just fine."
And the subject line is, "This ain't rocket surgery." Is the headline of the tweet.
Oh my God, it's happening.
What are you doing there, kid?
I just had to fix the mic. But yes, I like to think that he actually blew his testicle out.
Sometimes you rock too hard and sing too much, so you blow it out a testicle.
Oh my god, could you imagine?
They're like used to be rock
Oh.
up here when you were just like rocking out, but then you just went Brandon Boyd on it from Incubus.
Oh
And he's
my
like,
god. Pow.
oof.
Oh, that would suck. That would suck so much.
That'd be not cool at all.
Hold up. Sorry, bad connection on the thing on the mic. Anyway, Corey Taylor's Balls Are Fine. New Slipknot album is coming out later this year. I'm excited
not
to
real-
see that train wreck.
I'm not really looking forward to it, but that's cool.
It could be all right.
Yeah.
One thing that I've been looking forward to for a long time and
Yeah.
been waiting for a long time, and I kind of want to chat about this for a minute because this is super awesome to me. The New York Post has this article that the headline is "The Pentagon Finally Admits It Investigates UFOs."
So what they did was they felt the heat from Tom DeLonge.
He's been planning this joke.
He kept like hair whipping the whole time. He's like, we have evidence now. You know, he just keeps hair whipping and just playing with the flanger pedal. No, but keep going.
So
that'd be a funny thing that it's all because of Tom DeLonge.
I mean,
being
it's
a threat.
possible that he helped kind of bring it to life.
It's like a Fight Club
light,
thing where it's like
but-
Project Mayhem, or but it's Tom DeLonge.
Oh my god.
Sorry,
So
go on.
the Pentagon has finally uttered the words it always avoided when discussing the possible existence of UFOs, or as they like to say, unidentified aerial phenomena, and admits that it still investigates reports of them. In a statement provided exclusively to the Post, a Department of Defense spokesman and a secret government initiative called the Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program, quote, did pursue research and investigation into unidentified aerial phenomena. So straight up, they're like, yeah, we've been looking into UFOs forever. You guys aren't crazy.
It would just be stupid to not think like, oh man, there's no intelligent life form out there in the universe. Get out of here,
Dude,
let alone the galaxy. Like,
have you ever
Let's-
have you ever seen a UFO?
did
If
they-
anyone out there has ever seen a UFO, call us 508-93-TWIST.
okay.
Have
Now,
you ever no, but
now-
seriously, have you ever seen one?
now, Josh,
No.
Tell
Leave the bear
me-
alone.
tell me where the alien touched you. Just play it on the doll. Okay. Just concerned about you, buddy.
Put Vader Bear back.
Never touch him.
No, but seriously, have you ever seen a UFO or anything like that? You
No,
ever
I have not.
witnessed the phenomena?
Nah, I haven't. But
I have.
It's not like
I have once.
It's not like I don't ever think that that ever exists, because it's just foolish to think that there's no, like I said, no
Yeah.
intelligent life form. What?
I mean, there's been
It's not gonna look like an alien or anything. Maybe it will. I don't know. I haven't seen it, but
I feel
it's
like there's
people will
been
be like, nah, there's nothing out there. I'm like, what?
haven't there been like the same like UFOs being witnessed for like decades now though? Like, okay, so when I was in Nebraska, I was out driving around in the cornfield, smoking weed as we do in cornfields in Nebraska.
I'm running backwards naked in the corner.
No, but we're out driving around and it's pitch black because it's nighttime and you
Okay.
can like really see the sky and stuff. It's beautiful out there, honestly, when you go out and check out the flatlands that is Nebraska and Kansas
Okay.
and stuff at night, especially you can really see the stars. And I had one night we were hanging out, just parked, and we just saw these three little lights kind of moving in like your typical fucking triangle pattern, and like they would zoom off a little bit and zoom back into their pattern and then kind of blink and move around, and like it was super crazy but super cool at the same time.
What was
um,
the spaceship like?
Oh my god,
When
I didn't get
sucked-
like
when they sucked you.
it wasn't
in
like that, but
and went.
when they probed me, it wasn't anything like that. It was just a really
You just
it
fell
was
down,
scary at
you
the
fell
time,
down
like,
some stairs.
it was scary at the time because you don't know what that is, and honestly it could just be like military. It could be military craft that's like, experimenting in the night sky or something, but it also could be
Well,
fucking aliens.
they could be coming to get you from the government too, and
The
using
aliens are?
No, I'm saying like the government to test like some weird disease warfare. That's how it
That
always.
sounds like something the government would do.
That's how it always starts.
You
And
think
then it's
that's how
like,
measles started again? You think the government just like released measles onto the public?
well,
Oh man, we're gonna get into conspiracies now.
No.
Buckle up, ladies and gentlemen.
No, I don't believe that. I just think it's a bunch of stupid people that don't give their kids shots. It's like, are you serious?
But that could be
You want to put this kid at risk of diphtheria or like dysentery or something? Are you kidding me? Like, I shouldn't be having to like worry about diseases where I'm gonna die in the Oregon Trail. I'm just trying to like go in a public place and watch a movie or something. Come on,
But couldn't that be a conspiracy in itself? The whole like
man.
getting people to stop vaccinating their kids.
But that's like when they're trying to blame autism on
Vaccinations. That's what I'm saying. It's like that's how that whole thing started.
And know who probably invented the vaccination for measles was probably somebody with autism.
Oh my god. You're very
No,
I
I'm
don't
just
know.
saying,
Look it
like,
up.
I'm just saying
Look it up.
that'd be awesome because it's like those people, they act like it's such a curse. Like these people are like, they have some problems socially, but these people are like some of the smartest people on the planet. Like
Right.
Rain Man. You got,
That was
No.
a movie.
no, but I'm just saying like you'll have instances where these people will be like doctors and stuff, but they're just
So
burgers
there
or
was this
something.
report that came out a long time ago. Remember this guy? He was supposedly a doctor, and he said that if you give your kids shots, that's possible they get autism. And then
Oh
it was
my
like
gosh.
nobody was like years later he came out and he was like, yeah, that was all bullshit. That whole thing was bullshit.
Well, that's like the
and
same
so
thing.
people took his bullshit article and fucking ran with it, and now we have over 900 cases of the measles decades after it's been said that it was like done in the US.
Gosh.
I mean, maybe that guy was paid to do that, to write some
Well-
bullshit article to get into a bunch of like housewives' heads.
Gosh, that just reminds me of Scientology. I'm sorry.
Don't even get me started on chemtrails.
I'm sorry, Tom Cruise and
Or who killed JFK.
John Travolta. But unless I see John Travolta flying around, I've been like, oh my god, like I'm flying, I'm like a level 450.
Oh
I'm
my
not
God.
gonna join up. A, I'm too poor. B, I'm like, what? So wait, I have to go tell I have to tell some guy.
Are you talking about Scientology right
Yeah.
now? Oh, okay.
I'm like, so I have to go in there and I have to-
Scientology is kind of ridiculous.
and I have to tell this guy or gal
kind of like a lot ridiculous.
all of my most intimate secrets that you could potentially use against me. Like, think about that. Like, just tell me your deepest, darkest secret, and we'll measure your power levels. Like, you're just holding two sticks. Like, what?
Is that seriously how that goes? I don't know
Yeah.
anything about Scientology because
Why
I
do you
just
think?
don't
Why do you
pay
think Tom
attention to
Cruise and
religions.
well, Tom Cruise is basically like their messiah. But think about like, no, it's for real. But like, think about
Did you hear
John
about
Travolta. Like, they're gonna use because he might be gay or bisexual or something. But they've been like, I don't know. Like, he can never leave the religion.
they've been using his like celebratory stance or whatever, like
And then the main
whatever you
guy's
call it
wife,
today.
like Miss Gage or whatever, his wife hasn't been seen in public for 10 years, so she's probably
she's
dead.
probably dead.
Dude, it's crazy. Like, you try to leave the religion and they like put people on you. It's like we're talking about conspiracy theories. Like, they put people on people and kill people, dude. Like, it's crazy. to me.
where are your sources here? Where are your sources for this stuff?
Okay, go watch the movie. What the fuck is it on HBO? The Scientology one.
There's a Scientology documentary.
Yeah, on HBO. Type it in.
I'm not gonna go watch it right now.
No, I'm just saying, type it in so we know which it's Going Clear or whatever.
Well, I'll just. I mean,
No,
here's one.
it is
Look at
crazy.
this. Here's a Wikipedia right here. Scientology controversies.
Oh my gosh.
Since its inception in 1954, the Church of Scientology has been involved in a number of controversies, including its stance on psychiatry.
Which we just covered.
Scientology's legitimacy as a religion, the church's aggressive attitude in dealing with its perceived enemies and critics, allegations of mistreatment of members and predatory financial practices. For example, the high cost of religious training and perceived exploitative practices. When mainstream media outlets have reported alleged abuses, representatives of the church have tended to deny such allegations.
Dude, this shit is scary. It's like straight up cult, but it's like if George Lucas just made a Star Wars religion and he's like, all right, you have to pay me to go up in these levels. It's like, seriously, I'll
I'm
run
super
Hubbard.
interested.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Tinfoil hats. Don't worry. We'll.
I'm telling you. For real.
Oh, man.
It's just, no, it's just a crazy thing out there, you know?
Let's see. So there have been a number of controversies since 1952. Scientologists view psychiatry as a barbaric and corrupt profession and encourage alternative care based on spiritual healing. According to the Church of Scientology, psychiatry has a long history of improper and abusive care. The group's views have been disputed, criticized, and condemned by experts in the medical and scientific community and been a source of public controversy.
Well, case in point was when Tom Cruise went on and talked with Matt Lauer. And
holy shit!
And he's like, I have researched it when he's just like talking about how like people with postpartum depression should not take like pills or go to therapy. It's crazy.
The church founded an anti-psychiatry organization called Citizens Commission on Human Rights, which operates a museum in Hollywood called Psychiatry, an Industry of Death. The museum is dedicated to criticizing what it describes as an industry driven entirely by profit. It is, I mean, that's true. This psychiatry is pretty profit driven, but it's still there for like it's the purpose.
But what are they there for? They're not there for your spiritual well-being. They're there to like milk you for all you're worth.
Holy shit. It has a variety of displays and exhibits that highlight physical psychiatric treatments such as restraint, psychoactive drugs, electroconvulsive therapy, and psychosurgery, including lobotomy.
At this Scientologist shit?
Yeah. So all of it's on like this display at a museum called Psychiatry, an Industry of Death.
So correct me if you're wrong.
Yes, Nate, we are taking calls.
So
for
Nate,
sure.
I want you to see if Josh is willing to go and infiltrate the Scientologists. Should we do that in an investigative report?
I'm not gonna do that.
Dude, we'll get Spike Lee to make your life story.
I'm gonna look this up on here because it's a little.
All right. If you guys want to call in, let us know.
Yeah, no, 508-93-TWIST, or if you know my regular number, you know, and whatever.
Yeah, just call.
I'm just looking up the controversies on my normal computer here, so I don't have to bend over.
No, they basically just make it where you're.
I'm super interested in this.
No, dude, it's crazy. I'm telling you, go watch Going Clear.
Going Clear, that's what it's called. Okay.
On HBO. It's all like the famous Scientologists that try to leave, and they had people like breaking into their houses, like people following them, trying to kill them.
No, so you must be thinking of the attack the attacker policy. Scientology has a reputation for hostile action toward anyone who criticizes it in a public forum. Executives within the organization have proclaimed Scientology is not a turn the other cheek religion. So,
dude, it's like one of those.
Basically, oh my God, sorry. The organization's actions reflect a formal policy for dealing with criticism instituted by L. Ron Hubbard called Attack the Attacker. Hubbard codified this policy in the latter half of the 1960s in response to government investigations into the organization. In 1966, Hubbard wrote a criticism of the organization's behavior and noted the correct procedure for attacking enemies of Scientology. 1. Spot who is attacking us. 2. Start investigating them promptly for felonies or worse using own professionals, not outside agencies.
Oh my gosh, dude. This is scary, bro. This is
3.
a real thing.
Double curve our reply by saying we welcome an investigation of them. 4. Start feeding lurid blood, sex, crime, actual evidence on the attackers to the press.
Dude, it's crazy. No, have you heard about this shit? So like the Space Org or the Sea Org organization, it's basically where people are like, well, I'm going to donate like my 143 years of my life Dude, it's crazy. Read into this shit, man. I'm
This
telling
all
you.
this all comes from Wikipedia.com. You can look up just Google Scientology controversies, and the first one on Wikipedia
And
will be there.
no, the craziest
This is nuts.
no, the craziest thing is when people are like, "Well, Tom Cruise, he's this big actor. Why wouldn't he just put a stop to all of this?" Are you kidding me? If somebody was like, "All right, Josh, you're gonna be the messiah of this religion," everybody's gonna do like
The
basically
Messiah.
whatever else you're gonna do.
Check out the Leah Remini. What's that Leah Remini thing called?
Oh, it's
The
like
doc-
leaving
Leah
Scient-
Remini,
Yeah, leaving
like leaving
Scientology.
Scientology or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit's. They label you a subversive person,
Yeah.
and then they basically hound you. They take all that dirt you were talking about and go public with it.
It's crazy, bro. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
That's
what
why
the fuck?
that's why Tom Cruise hasn't even seen his kid with Katie Holmes, and then his kids that he adopted won't hang out with Nicole Kidman anymore because they
Really?
labeled her a suppressive person. That's their mom, dude. That's fucking crazy.
That's what it's called.
Like,
Yeah,
it's crazy, dude. Crazy shit.
it
you
is.
know? Oh man.
Well, Nate,
Exactly.
thanks for
Exactly.
joining us. Thanks for calling in. It's good to hear you.
Yeah,
How,
appreciate it.
absolutely. Sorry, I haven't been around for a while. Married life has been crazy.
I was gonna say it's all right. You finally got everything settled, and I'm excited for you to come on the show and actually talk about your big adventure.
We'll start with that.
That's what we're gonna talk about now. We'll
Yeah.
get you actually on the show to talk about the juicy stuff. But no,
Yeah,
we were
no, we're finally settled in, so it's finally to the point where I could actually get out and go to a podcast, and she wouldn't
Nice.
just be like, "Fuck, I'm in America," because her culture shock says it's like kind of like North Korea. Like she went to a professional basketball game with us, and when everybody like sang the anthem and did everything else, she was like, "Oh my god, what is happening?"
Oh wow, she was a little
Yeah.
creeped out about it, huh?
Yeah, and then the whole thing that like everybody kept chanting defense, and she's like, "You people are all like one giant North Korean horde." I'm like, "This is just basketball," and it was funny too because she was gonna root for the Spurs just to root against the hometown team. She was gonna root against and root for the Spurs. And there's this one other Spurs fan by us, so they kept cheering. Halfway through the second quarter, they didn't say shit. We were up by, like, so.
Yeah, I bet she was like, I'm glad I didn't start cheering for the Spurs.
No, she was just only for like the first quarter.
Right. But then, yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
I mean, it is pretty
For
crazy in
sure.
the Pepsi Center. Did you take her to an Avs game? Because I think it got a little crazier during the Avalanche playoffs.
Yeah, well, I want to take her to the box seats that my work gets, but like you can't really even get those anymore because they've relocated like most of the company to Denver. So it used to be like 300 people trying to get tickets, but now it's like 1,400 people trying to get tickets.
Oh,
Brutal.
God.
And then, so you got to be on there. Like, I don't know, maybe I should like hire somebody to like check it every day for like $5.
There you go. I'll give you $5 a day.
Call into the show if you'd like to check on tickets for me every day. For $5
There you go.
That's
But
funny.
you only get paid when I get the tickets.
Well, I wanted to continue with the UFO thing. I know we got off onto the Scientology thing for a minute.
You did. So
I wanted to say, like,
I
the
only
government.
have one UFO story.
Okay, yeah, please.
Let's do it.
All right, and I didn't actually see anything, and so it's not really a UFO, I suppose, in that sense. But like, this was shit.
You didn't see anything? Did you
14
feel something?
14
Is that
years
what you're about
ago.
to tell me?
This was 14 years ago.
Okay.
And I was living by myself by DU, and I'm in my apartment, and I start to hear this like metallic humming sound, like really loud from outside.
Okay.
So I walk out into the street, and it's coming from the sky. And like, imagine the sound that, like, if you had a big metal mixing bowl and you were rolling like a metal ball around in it, and that like hum that it would make.
Yeah.
Imagine that kind of a sound, but much louder and deeper.
Oh.
And it was coming from the sky. And I'm standing out there in the middle of the street looking up, and then I look down and look around, and there's seriously like 50 other people out there all staring at the sky.
It's crazy.
And it lasts for like maybe 2 minutes, and then just fades out. It doesn't trail away. It just fades out.
You didn't
And
see
then
anything?
everybody just kind of, I did not see a thing.
Dang.
It's crazy.
Was it cloudy or clear sky or?
It was
Do you
clear,
remember?
and it was coming from like right above us.
Wow. So I wonder if they had. I mean, it had to have been something. I mean, maybe they had some sort of
Cloaking
like
device or
a
something? I don't
cloaking
know.
device, like a Klingon cloaker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, or it was just some like punk kid from their alien civilization that was like, I don't care if my dad said I'm not supposed to go down there. Fuck it.
I always
I'm
think
taking the
about that
family
shit.
car.
Like, I always think about that, like some adolescent alien that's like, you know what? Fuck that. I'm gonna go fuck with some Earthlings for a little bit. Screw you, Dad.
Exactly.
Like, I think,
I don't care what my dad told me.
yeah, that's probably what the majority of UFOs are. Just adolescent aliens that are just like giving us their equivalent of the finger as they like fly through the sky. Stupid humans.
Right?
And Tom DeLonge is
Exactly.
there trying to shoot him down.
I mean, I could.
Exactly.
God, that'd be so funny. That's what I would do if I was some alien that could had
Dude.
access to like a hyperdrive
He's
spaceship.
gonna go and link up with Donald Trump.
Tom DeLonge.
Yeah, he's gonna be the minister of UFOs
Oh my God.
for the United States government.
Well,
It's gonna be huge.
And-
It wouldn't surprise me.
it's going to be the best.
It's gonna be huge.
You're going to have the best UFOs.
Yo.
They're going to be great.
And Tom's just like,
And why do you think they're coming to America?
Tom's just like, I have all these ideas in my head.
Don't waste your
We're going to use that technology. We're going to build things. They're going to be the best.
The best.
Yeah.
And Tom DeLonge from the best punk rock band.
Dude, can you imagine
gonna be
those two
Exactly.
like talking in a room for hours? Oh man.
Oh, my God.
What do you
So,
think about the whole?
I may have. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, what do you think about the whole Pentagon finally admitting that they investigate UFOs? Are you surprised, or are you?
Dude, I have not heard that, and I am surprised to hear that. When did
No?
that come out?
New York Post released it May 22nd. The Pentagon.
Holy shit.
Just to recap, I read the article a little bit ago, but just to recap, the Pentagon has finally uttered the words it always avoided when discussing the possible existence of UFOs, or as they like to call it, unidentified aerial phenomena, and admits that it still investigates reports of them. So in a statement provided exclusively to the Post, the Department of Defense spokesman said a secret government initiative called the Advanced Aerospace Threat and Identification Program, AATID program, did pursue research and investigation into unidentified aerial phenomena. And while the DoD says it shut down the AATIP in 2012, spokesman Christopher Sherwood acknowledged that the department still investigates claimed sightings of alien spacecraft. So, I mean, and he said, quote, the Department of Defense is always concerned about maintaining positive identification of all aircraft in our operating environment, as well as identifying any foreign capability that may be a threat to the homeland.
I
Gosh,
say
if that doesn't
I was
sound
figuring
Russian,
that
I
was
don't
their
know what
main
does.
priority.
I say we just
Yeah.
we just make a big shield like what Tony Stark wanted around the world.
Just a big Ultron.
And then Josh is gonna be joining the Space Force under Donald Trump.
So it says though that
Space
the
Force.
department will continue to investigate through normal procedures reports of identified aircraft encountered by U.S. military aviators in order to ensure defense of the motherland. He says homeland, but I like to say
So,
motherland sounds
can-
better. But
can I just say real quick that
Please.
as dumb as the Space Force is, like imagine if you were trying to figure out what the fuck you wanted to do in high school and your guidance counselor was like, well, you could always join the Space Force.
Join the Space
Like-
Force. You know, it's like it's so comical that this is a thing, and it's just funny. It's just like, okay, you know, just can see like the old
Like
school,
I
like
wanted to go to space,
I just
but I also
imagine
kind
that.
of want to blow shit up.
I imagine
it's
that
for all
being-
those kids that grew up that didn't get to go to space camp, and they were
Right.
like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna join the Space
Yeah.
Force."
I imagine that being
Exactly.
like a Starship Troopers kind of thing.
Right?
Would you like to know more?
Seriously, me too. Dude, that's kind of where we're living nowadays.
For real.
Oh,
But-
man.
Oh shit! So on aliens, right? Like,
Yes, please.
I like to say that I saw somebody get raptured, honestly, because of how ridiculous it was. But they probably, I mean, I don't know what happened.
Wait,
Like some people would
you saw
definitely say
somebody
they got
get-
abducted.
get raptured? Like they disappeared?
All right, so they disappeared. Like I was driving through this ridiculous thunderstorm in Texas, and Justin was with me. You've met him.
Yeah.
And we're driving, and it's raining cats and dogs, and it's lightning like crazy. And we're just following this car that's maybe like 25 feet, 30 feet ahead of us, because that's kind of like, you know, the only thing we can see.
Yeah.
We're on this really long flat road, and there's just this one little hill. And right when that car went over the top of a hill, a lightning bolt hit right in the middle of the road. We went up
What?
over the top of the hill, and we could see for miles. And that car, whose red taillights we'd been following for an hour, was just gone, and there were no turnoffs. There was nothing.
Oh wow.
What?
So
Yeah,
what?
That's crazy.
That is totally like a rapture thing. That's like Zeus. He's like, come home,
Exactly.
Hercules.
I'm not even joking. It was like 30 seconds of dead silence in the car, and then we both just erupted laughing, like, because we didn't know what else to do.
You think? Oh my god! I mean, I wonder if the lightning bolt was just so strong it just turned the whole car to ash. It just
It just
Thanos that
disintegrated
car.
them,
Yeah.
right? I mean, it's entirely possible Thor was just fucking pissed.
Yeah, that or they were just playing Nickelback in the car, and somebody yelled it out for him. It was like, "You're fucking dead."
Right? Oh shit!
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Is that possible? Is that a thing? Can like no lightning's not that hot and or strong
It's
enough
not gonna
to
vaporize a car. No.
No.
But no, like supernatural though. I can believe that.
Yeah.
Like some sort
Something.
of
Maybe
ghosts
it was,
or was like aliens. Who knows, dude?
Maybe it was Trump's laser testing.
Well, no, it was his Space Force.
this
members.
was during a much better era. This was during the Obama times.
Oh, okay.
So we'll
Much
excuse-
better days.
You remember that back when, like, if we had an international thing to do, it'd be like, well, let's be rational. Instead of today, where it's like, fuck you all.
right?
I'm in charge.
Got
I'm
little
gonna do
ti- little
things that are
tiny
gonna be
hands.
great.
Dude, he's like the T-Rex of politicians. I'm just saying, like
Oh
Donald
my
Trump he has
God.
little arms.
Oh God.
That is
Again, no
me.
more politics. I
Okay.
just no more politics.
Exactly.
We just can't.
And all I can say is thanks for tuning in. And
I
Fair
You know.
enough. Fair enough.
I don't
Just throwing it out
discriminate.
there. I'm just throwing it out
we'll
there.
take your views, right? I mean,
That's cool.
Everyone gets a fair
Yeah.
shot. Everyone gets a fair
Something.
shot. I mean,
Everybody gets-
you
dude,
might.
I have to say the set looks amazing.
Oh, thank
by the
you.
way.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm really excited about it. We just did like a bunch of rearranging today. When we did our watch party on Friday, the guy that was in here watching the movie with us was like, "You guys need a table," and I was like, I have a table, and so I
Yeah.
put the table in here, and I really like it. Thank you.
Yeah, it looks
Thank you
it
for-
looks great, Josh.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
It's yeah.
Good job.
You
buddy.
know it. I like the little down view. Like we kind of
No, and then we're both
The camera's
levels,
looking
so
down
I'm
at
not, like
us.
having to go. Hey, what's up?
yeah. And we're both on the same table. It's super nice. You got to get over here, Nate, and check it.
Is the mother of all conspiracy theories that I've heard is that a lot of the ridiculous conspiracy theories out there that everybody laughs at, like the flat earthers and shit,
Uh-huh.
like the revival of a lot of that stuff, supposedly, it was actually done by our government in order to discredit legitimate conspiracy theories,
I can see that for sure.
so that you can label somebody a conspiracy theorist and automatically assume they're like Alex Jones.
They've kind of been doing that for a long time, though. I feel like with
Yeah,
conspiracies
exactly.
and like anytime, JFK, that conspiracy starts happening, then then we have an alien conspiracy.
Well, well, with JFK though, it's like, how could this bullet just magically just go this way and then this way and then
there's
this way?
arguments for both sides of that, but like the
What is
Roswell
this?
conspiracy, the Area 51 conspiracy, like
I can believe it. Why else moon landing? Boom.
Well,
oh my God,
I mean, wait, what did you say? Moonlighting?
moon landing.
Like China would have sent their probe right to where we said we landed and like driven their little rover and been like, "Oh, America's full of shit."
I don't know.
It's probably true.
I got there first, and they were just like,
But they did over time. They got the technology.
Yeah,
over
but-
time, so.
But yeah, I'm
China
saying
just
like
landed a probe on the moon,
I'm saying like the
like
first,
a rover.
like the first. No, like the first.
Did China has China
first
sent back
land.
any pictures or anything of like the
Yeah,
American
and I
flag?
understand why we. I understand why we. Why people would have believed it for sure back then. But I think by now, if it wasn't true, somebody would have legitimately disproven it just to
Right.
embarrass us.
Right.
Well, I think that
But
we eventually went there, but I think that's one of those secrets where it's like, did it happen or not?
Yeah.
Like, because that happened in the 60s or something, like
Mhm.
with the video
Yeah.
when they're on there. Like, come on, dude! Like,
Yeah, it was-
You could have Stanley Kubrick in there.
Well,
That's the conspiracy. Yeah,
but the
Stanley
thing
Kubrick,
is
you
all
know?
of a sudden, everybody's an expert on what shit's supposed to look like with
Right.
people walking around on the moon.
Right.
I-
where it's like you
that's-
don't know.
That's where I
Yeah.
don't know, but it's just
Come
it's
on,
fun
Evan.
to it's fun to say. Be like, this is bullshit.
Right.
The
Yeah.
flag's blowing in the wind.
Exactly.
What? There's no wind in space. Get out of here.
So Nate, what do you
But
think?
no, like,
what do you think is being
Yeah,
distracted? Like what?
MK Ultra,
Oh yeah,
MK
oh,
Ultra,
okay.
for
Yeah,
example, like that shit legit happened.
for sure.
Yeah.
I
Like
mean,
absolutely, the
the-
CIA was experimenting with so much with LSD and brainwashing and shit.
do you think the brainwashing has? Do you think MK Ultra has anything to do with these like huge spike in shootings over the last decade?
Probably.
These street shootings, it's entirely possible, man. Because I mean, I know that's really disrespectful, probably to anybody that's
It is,
been affected by that.
and I'm not trying to
But-
like downplay any sort of anything like that, but there are
Yeah, but
definitely
so many of
conspiracies
them
out there
had a
that
psychological break.
right did shock therapy and like gave
It's-
them this like special code word that once they sent
Yeah,
him an
but
email that
it's-
said breaker 19er, and they just snap and go on a rampage in Vegas. You know what I mean?
You have
Yeah.
you have to understand. I was on a rampage.
But it's entirely
No, but
possible,
it's
man.
'cause, like no, but even say that's not our own government. It's like a sleeper cell.
but wouldn't that be from our? Isn't MK Ultra from our government? The ones that made the quote unquote
Yeah.
sleeper agents,
No, but I'm saying like
But
the ones like say like
like a black ops agency.
no like whatchamacallit, what was that? What was that show on Showtime?
I have no idea.
Where's the sleeper cell? What the hell was that? If you guys know, let me know.
God, I don't
It's,
know.
Homeland.
Oh,
Homeland.
Homeland. Okay.
And
I
it,
know
and it was
that.
great. It was like all this type of shit where basically this guy gets captured in Afghanistan. This soldier, like black, cool with his captives, and he just turns into a sleeper cell. And he comes back. They finally let him go. Comes back, and it's just like all this crazy started happening.
I mean, it's entirely possible that all the ridiculous like Chuck E. Cheese conspiracies that came out. Did you
What
hear
Chuck E.
about that?
Cheese.
Oh, dude, that looks legit though. If
It
you've seen any of
does.
the video,
Pizzas,
like
off the
whatever
table.
slices of pizza you don't eat that you didn't bite.
Yeah. They will take it, quote unquote, in the
No
back room.
way.
Yeah.
Ew.
After
No, when
especially
you look
in
at the
Colorado.
cuts on the pizza,
Hold on. I'm
I don't
looking
know
it
if
up right
they
now
do
so you
it
can
at
see it on
all.
the computer.
I wouldn't say in
I
Colorado
don't know
after
if they
everything
do it
went
in-
down after that
Yeah.
shooting in Colorado. Like they're already on thin ice. Like they shouldn't even
What?
be open, man.
What, at Chuck E. Cheese? Was there a
Yeah.
shooting at Chuck E. Cheese?
that was a long time
Are you
ago.
serious,
though.
dude? It was like
don't
a
remember that.
massacre, bro.
I
It's
don't
like-
remember that.
no, for real. Like
It
four
was a
people,
long
four
time
people
ago.
got shot and killed, and then like a bunch of people got injured.
Oh,
This guy
wow.
went back in.
Yeah, Nate.
It was down off. I live in Peoria.
See, look at this. Look at this fucking
Yeah, it was
pizza right here.
Nathan Dunlap.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was horrible.
Yeah.
I used to go to that one all the time because I grew up in Aurora. That was craziness when I was a little kid.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
go
that's
away,
messed up.
Papa Bads.
Dude, what are you doing?
I'm looking up this pizza right here. I'm showing you the Chuck E. Cheese pizza that's all fucked up.
Yeah, you need to see this pizza and then you need to comment on this because this is not just one picture. There's
Look,
hundreds of videos
Look at
on
this.
YouTube
This
of
is
people
and
posting
I'm
this
just
shit.
I'm just showing him this one picture. I wish I could put it on YouTube, but I fear that I will get like taken out or something. But anyway, so look at this pizza. So that is not a normal pizza. If it was normal, this slice wouldn't be bigger, sticking out farther than this slice.
Well, why would I be eating at Chuck
1,
E.
2,
Cheese,
3,
bro?
4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
That's your
7, 8, 9, 10,
Like
11.
I wouldn't be there eating.
Also,
food.
This pizza is cut into 11 slices. How the fuck did they cut it into 11 slices?
Maybe they had a creative person. I don't know. It's just like saying,
Wow.
"Oh, Josh, are you going to be stoked when you go to Costa
No,
Bonita and you go
you
and
don't-
eat the food?" No,
you can't
you're
cut
not
a
gonna be-
pizza into
You're
11 slices like that. Like,
This is like the
Well-
Americanized version of Casa Bonita.
oh,
You're like,
wow.
man,
I was
that's-
just about to say I want to introduce a new conspiracy theory related to Casa Bonita,
all right, let's do
because
it.
I think their food.
What? One more picture. I
It's
just
made
gotta
out
show
of all
Evan.
the-
Look at this picture
Yeah,
of
their
these.
food made out
this
of all the unused food.
Come on, dude. That is ridiculous right
Yeah.
there.
Well,
You just people just go Google Chuck E. Cheese conspiracy, and the first article will show you all the good pictures. I mean,
Yeah.
that is
Or as much as Shane Dawson annoys me, He has a really good video on
He's
YouTube. of
that,
him going
yeah,
there.
that's where this kind of comes from. Like that pepperoni right there is cut in half, and the other half of the pepperoni
Yeah.
is nowhere to be found. Come
Oh
on,
my gosh, dude, get out
this
of here.
this deserves a killing me with this shit.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, bro.
Wow. So, all right, moving on from Chuck E. Cheese. Nate, what were you gonna say about?
Yeah. All right. I was gonna say I will leave you with this to digest because I don't know if there's conspiracy theories out there yet, but I think it holds weight. So I think that the food at Casa Bonita is made out of the unused food from all the local Mexican restaurants.
Oh my god! What? Please write me a 1,000-word
So it's
essay.
just like whatever refried beans and rice and like shredded chicken and stuff that they have
my
left
God.
over.
I mean,
But I also think that they're probably really inefficient at Casa Bonita, so it probably takes them like 3 days to actually get it to you.
No, it's just so gross.
Dude,
So
I can't go there anymore. Last time I went to Casa Bonita, I got
Dude,
so fucking
they-
sick.
they legitimately have to force you to buy a meal. You're not allowed to go in there if you don't buy a dinner.
Oh, I know, that's so true, huh? They're
Yeah.
like, we know you don't like
And
the
I'm
food,
just
but
like,
you have
dude,
to
I will
buy it.
pay the entrance fee.
I don't
Like,
even
don't
want
make me
it.
take the
Yeah.
plate.
Can I just get
Yeah,
nachos?
and they're like, no, you have to take the plate, senor.
It's mind control. They're putting shit in the food.
Seriously, you need to get rid of this food. You don't know how much leftover food
No,
we have
that's-
in the back. Eat.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the way they get rid of their food.
No,
That's
no,
because
it's
nobody
just-
wants that fucking food.
No, it's mind control.
They
'cause they're
they
like,
have to
"I'm gonna
make
put-"
you pay for it so they can stay open.
Exactly. So
Oh,
that's
man.
my conspiracy theory, and like I said, I will leave you guys with that.
No, thank you.
But,
Thanks for calling. We are actually, this is a great
sure.
time for us to take a little bit of a break. But Nate,
Thanks,
thank you
Nate.
again for calling in. Let's have you on the show here in a
Absolutely.
few weeks. We'll
Sounds
have
good.
you
We
in the
need to, for
studio
sure.
and stuff. So
And I like your idea out there,
Awesome.
Matthew. I think that conspiracy theories need to be part of the rotation.
we could do that. We
I
could make
agree.
that happen for
All right.
sure. Excellent, Nate. We will talk to you soon.
I'll see you there.
all right.
See you
Thanks for
another
calling
time.
All right.
See you later.
Later.
Take care, Nate. Appreciate it.
And we are, like I said, going to take a little bit of a break here.
I'm gonna take our union.
We've been going pretty hard today. I like it. I like this episode. It's been a lot of fun. I do agree, Matthew, again that we should put conspiracies in here. There's only so many conspiracies we can talk about though, so we'll have to kind of really plan that out, I guess.
Brainstorm.
Yeah, that's the seed right there. That's the seed of a new segment. So I can play some music off the TMA playlist. You can find that on Spotify. Just search TMA playlist and you'll find all the nice local Denver artists that I have in there. If you would like to be added to the TMA playlist, please send me an email, twistmyarmpodcast@gmail.com, and we'll get you in the rotation. My name's Josh. I'm with Evan here. We're the Twist My Arm Podcast. We're going to be back in a few minutes. Thanks for watching.
Cool story.
find my own way. Would like to see your face.
Midnight drive, street 5. I'm alone with you. I'm a mind, but I don't mind the night when I stop and think of the times. Stop and think of the starlight behind me has got to go out. The way you see me now, because this is the last time we look in the mirror and see our face. Friend, there's an open road ahead, which I will lead you down again. What's more, I'll guide your hand, but I won't always be there for you. You can't believe that I thought I was alone. We're not on our own. I am playing games with myself here. I could win or lose. It always feels like hell. I need to focus on the show life. This flashing the fire. I could win or lose. I think I'm searching for you. I think I'm searching for a friend. And I'm crying out to you. 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 Yeah, I could win or lose. for you. Tied out for the picnic. Stand Jimmy, look up the top of your head, and it turns your soul as black as night. It's plaguing never in bed. You rather die than confess, but that's the thing that's gonna save your life. Them all. Those voices call out for you. You didn't want it, they didn't mean it, but you need it. Stand Jimmy, it goes the top of your head, and it turns your soul as black as night. It's playing never regret. You'd rather die than confess, but that's the thing that's gonna save your life. Decide what you need, what you want. Can't have.
You left me there on the side of the road. Maybe we should talk about everything that you've been through. I thought it really made a difference, but I didn't know how to react. I was gone for so long. I thought I really had it all there, but I couldn't think I could back. Yeah, it seems like forever, and I feel it all collapse. You just need some time alone. You just need some time alone. You just need some time alone. Time to let it go. I need everything to just slow down. Every time I feel the same. If I called you back now, you probably wouldn't answer. You would say that you were busy, and I would say that I was sober. But we both know those are lies. We all feeling different. I can see that I'm focused. Yeah, I feel it all collapse. You just need some time alone. You just need.
Hello, everyone. Talking about conspiracies and fun stuff like that.
Yeah.
We only have a couple little articles left, and they both. Whoa, hang on.
Oh, dude.
I don't know what that was. It was some ad because I'm
Oh
clicking
my
on a
gosh.
political thing here again with the political stuff. But my bad. Sorry about that. I don't know if you guys even heard that, but it blew up my ears. Colorado. The first one being he signed a bill legalizing social marijuana use areas, which is awesome.
Well,
So
he's done.
we'll
That's
go
a
through this
collective.
first.
Okay.
Just we'll go through these first. Just
Okay.
you can. I don't really know much about it. But I know that he signed a bill legalizing social marijuana use areas, which is awesome. So we'll go through this first. Just we'll go through these first. Just you can. I don't really know much about it. But I know that he signed a bill legalizing social marijuana use areas, which is awesome. So we'll go through this first. Just we'll go through these first. Just you can. I don't really know much about it. But I know that he signed a bill legalizing social marijuana use areas, which is awesome. So we'll go through this first. Just we'll go through these first. Just you can. I don't really know much about it. But I know that he signed a bill legalizing social marijuana use areas, which is awesome. So we'll go through this first. Just we'll go through these first. Just you can. I don't really know much about it. But I know that he signed a bill legalizing social marijuana use areas, which is awesome. So we'll go through this first. Just we'll go through these first a lot. I mean, as magic mushrooms would do. I don't know why.
Well,
See,
but all
I
of
don't know. I don't know, man.
but it's all of them. And it's like if it becomes decriminalized, it'll be like an Amsterdam.
So it's just going to be a misdemeanor, like if you have
Yeah.
it under a certain amount,
Yeah.
I guess.
Where it's going to be like this is the lowest on their totem pole. What
Sure.
they're looking for, but they
No,
can
I-
still bust you. You know, like that's
Right.
the thing.
Depending on if they want to deal with the paperwork.
Technically, with Amsterdam and the Netherlands, with marijuana, it's like it's technically decriminalized, so they won't come bust you, but it's not exactly legal.
Sure. So basically, for it decriminalizes heroin, fentanyl, cocaine, and most other illicits. Under the newly passed law, those caught with small amounts of these drugs would face a misdemeanor.
Something, you know.
Scarface.
Yeah, of course. But if you're like some person that just happens to use or something, that would be something different where your whole life.
Way to stop arresting away, quote unquote, arresting away the growing, and also a way to save taxpayer money. That makes sense.
Well, think about how many people they're arresting over like small possession tickets.
Well,
Because if you're in the South, like if you're in Texas, you get busted with some weed. You're
Yeah, but here
you're
in
going to jail
Colorado,
for a felony, bro.
even in Colorado, like if you have a small amount of cocaine, which people like to party. I get it. I was in my 20s once, not anymore. I don't I don't partake in any of that stuff anymore. But having just that little tiny bit of a little bit would have given.
Some of these states you go to jail for like 5 to 10 years.
If I were to ever,
like that's crazy.
If you were to ever get busted with that little tiny bit and get that little bit of a felony, for instance, like if I were to ever be busted or something like that, which again I don't, but
okay. Okay.
I wouldn't be able to work in the marijuana industry because of that background check and because you can't have a felony, and so it does it helps with people. They can get help. They can get put on probation and go to like classes and get some counseling and stuff and help get off the drugs, because that's really what it's all about.
Is to start reinvesting into the counseling, all that stuff. But anyways, that's a whole nother discussion. But.
So because of the fact that we're not going to just be throwing people in prison for 5 years,
and it's just crazy because that just ruins so many people that maybe like were, I don't know, just like occasional users. I can't speak for these people. I don't do a bunch of heroin or anything, but the thing is it's
and that's
crazy.
what I'm saying, like looking to get high,
and they're just so screwed when they get busted. That sucks for them. Like,
but it also like. Quit doing heroin. Quit breaking the law, asshole.
But dude, imagine, I don't know how much you would have to have. It'd have to be like, imagine.
I'll take one crack rock, please.
No, but what if you just had this much and you just get busted? Like,
yep.
You're just down on your life.
Fucked, yep.
Like we focus on shit that actually matters. Like people will kill. We focus on matters. Like for real. Obviously, don't be drinking or. No, it's like for real.
Sounds like a good Friday to me.
A lot of things, just don't be an idiot.
No, I just
gonna monitor that. It's gonna
you're not gonna be able to drink and smoke in the same places.
Well, obviously, but that's
they booze.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
People at what 4 drinks?
I stop them at a certain amount because crack you're fucked. Not only is that a terrible thing that's happened when somebody's pick up on that, you're gonna have to be like.
Is that a law in Colorado? I know there's a law in Texas because this girl just got charged. Where if like you leave and get in an accident from the bar,
who knows? I don't know, but I'm just saying that shit happens. No, it happens in real life.
So, but once you start seeing those dollar signs and stuff, as long as you're money and you're buying booze,
because sometimes it's like $20 to $40. That's a lot for people like that.
It's gonna bring a lot more revenue.
I think it's gonna bring in revenue. I think it's gonna bring in revenue, but you're always gonna have those skeptics. But even if people are just gonna have, it's gonna be like crazy if they do like some breathalyzers or something.
Breathalyzers? You're gonna take a marijuana breathalyzer?
I'm kidding.
But the thing, and I hate to say this,
I'm just throwing it out there as like just devil's advocate.
I hate to, and I'm not condoning that. Do not drive high. Like obviously, don't risk anything doing that. But I mean,
I don't know.
It's same with like if you drink a beer, you're usually okay to drive to Wendy's and get a cheeseburger, right? After one beer,
Yeah.
you wait a little bit and then you go out and get yourself some McDonald's. Like that's not going to on a bar as it would be as an alcohol bar. And I think the same rules would apply where it's like if they're sitting there for 8 hours and they're just getting fucking ripped, then of course you're gonna have to like cut them off after a certain amount of time. Like, you're gonna have
People
to
are passing out.
you're gonna have to use your best judgment as a business owner.
No, but it's where you've seen where it works in Amsterdam. I'm just saying, like as a model for argument's sake, yeah, like it works out there. Have exactions like this, and it's interesting that
I think it'll be fun, and I'm excited to see the different.
all the teachers a lot more. I'm just
They
saying,
are rebuilding schools and fixing roads and stuff, so that's nice.
well, yeah,
Because there's always people coming into town like, where can we go smoke? Like my hotel says I can't smoke in the room. Where can I go to around town? Studio 420. Oh, they have bong races on Fridays, by the way, if anyone's interested in that. Yeah, you go snap a full gram out of a bong. Excited to see where this goes. And good on Polis for everything that he's been doing.
dude, that guy
He's been killing it.
Not only did he do that, all this stuff, like
You mean the defelonizing?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like if it'd be different because you're going away for felony, like you can't live in certain buildings. You can't. Who has diabetes out there? He capped it out. Colorado is the first state to cap out insulin charge. They can't charge you more than $100 because they were props to Polis and all the people that made that.
He's been doing a fantastic job.
He's been killing it, bro. For sure.
I'm super stoked about him.
But I think he's killed it.
I think I'll be all right
lately.
I think I'll be all right. So
so what are we doing here now?
Quick twist. Quick twist. Quick twist is a nitpick shit bit on a topic we can cover quick. One topic per host, be it praise or roast. Send any topic suggestions to our Facebook page. And now for this week's quick twist.
Let's start with Evan. Evan went out and saw a movie. Was that today? Did you go see that?
Yeah, I went and saw Aladdin today. It's not even like anything else, but that was how do you transition like Robin Williams to that? Like how do you make that cool? And he was pretty solid. Like gonna ever play that
because I'm gonna see the movie, of course, but I'm not. It was directed by Guy Ritchie.
Yeah,
that's pretty tight.
And I like all of his shit, like Let's Talk Two Barrels or whatever. And then they have
Mana Massoud, Naomi Scott,
so John August,
Scott,
that guy's
Marwan Kenzari, who played Gaban, played the Sultan. Gosh, they were very good about. At least they didn't whitewash this movie.
When you see,
and I feel bad because I can't pronounce them.
No, when you see like Guy Ritchie's name there instead of M. Night Shyamalan,
movie like did they start out? Was he just a street rat?
Yeah, it started
stealing food, and then Jafar takes him to the Cave of Wonders.
No, he just eventually gets there.
Like, he just eventually gets there.
Like,
how does he get arrested then?
I don't want to give it away.
Come on, give it away.
So anyways,
spoilers.
He goes
in the movie.
No Wonders, whatever.
Okay.
But no, he goes there and.
Is Monkey Abu?
Yeah.
Is his monkey awesome?
Yeah, and basically he goes up there. He hops on each stone to get up to the lamp.
Oh, so
it's different from the cartoon because the cartoon
Abu stole the ruby.
Because Abu is a statue with the guy. And it's like a big thing. No, when he's near the top, and then Abu picks it up, and then that's where
feel about that.
No.
Damn it! Really? They didn't keep that in there. You can spoil it for me. But it was different. All right. So would you recommend people go see it, or would you say wait for Redbox? I
say recommend go see it because you still have the classic song of like Princess Jasmine wanting to be the Sultan. So it's like a whole like a whole. So they try to make it more powerful, and I thought it was pretty good. I go see it 12 years from now.
It's not like Aquaman. I fucking do not care about that movie. I just saw the Redbox and I was like,
because obviously you're not. How is Robert Pattinson the next Batman? I thought that you couldn't do any worse.
Planet, a fucking fantastic podcast. I love them. They're calling him Robert.
It was just a terrible choice.
It could be good, man. He's had some good roles.
I hope that he kills it, and then I eat my words because like two of my three favorite superheroes is Iron Man and Batman. They're basically the same guy, but it's one's from Marvel.
Yeah,
you know. But and then my other favorite's Wolverine, which I hope Danny DeVito.
Stop it. We
episode where it's just it's like
oh my
that.
god.
where-
Are you going to get beer?
Maybe
I'm not gonna throw up.
it's gonna hurl.
It's not gonna happen.
I'm gonna bring a Dixie cup. This.
It's called The Duel. It's a 2016 American Cohen, Woody Harrelson, and Alice Braga. The film is released for limited release and Bungas. Oh fuck yeah, Bungas. Oh fuck yeah, Magnificent Seven. Yeah, my bad. Fuck that up.
1 through 20. It's like Inception.
Wikipedia on the text played by Liam Hemsworth, which is Chris Hemsworth's brother, Thor's brother.
Basically, it's less
Looks
cool.
But so 18 is Texas Ranger David Kingston is sent by Governor Sewell Ross to the isolated town of Mount Herman. David Calderon, the missing niece of a Mexican general who was threatening to invade, to find her. In the town, preacher and Mayor Abraham Brandt played. You know what that is? Yeah, with the knives. And they just shank each other. I didn't know what a Hell in a Duel was until this movie, because which one? Bad?
Beat it.
Oh, B. Okay, I got it. At like the bottom of the river, basically, like in a dam at the river, they keep finding these bodies, and so he's there to investigate, on hunt, take money, and then release them for these people to go hunt.
So basically,
It's fucking
so
crazy.
basically they're like, aside, dude, this could be crazy. Like, check it
it's
out.
if you like westerns, it's a fairly decent western. I mean, it's not like the best.
Oh,
So yeah, do it up. The Duel, Netflix.
I have to deliver some bad news to you guys.
What shirt are you wearing? Oh, a Queen shirt. It's a Queen shirt.
Yeah.
Stand up so the people on YouTube can. Oh, okay. Oh, I remember that one. Yeah,
Sixth row, and then so I was like, oh man, I was all stoked to watch Bohemian. Then I'm just watching